Beautiful.
Blessings. We live now.
Live and live, baby.
Live and live. Ja Rastafaro. Blessings and wholeness, family. Welcome. We're going live for the first time. Right now, I'm in Costa Rica. Woo!
Bringing that abundance.
Lush.
Look at that.
Just lush. Right now, I'm inside. Super rainy. Couldn't hear anything out there. So, we're going to bring this transmission from inside and, just keep them vibes high still. I'd like to welcome the brother Mark Roman from Muscle Mentality. How you doing, Mark?
Feeling wonderful, brother. Wholeness.
Give thanks. So what you up to today, my man? What's good?
Man, today, so before the retreat, I'm actually taking a 2-week journey to Peru. Yeah, so we're packing. We leave on Wednesday mornings, basically Tuesday night, and packing to both move out of this apartment and also move into this journey into Peru. So I'm excited, man. Just coordinated. We have tribe visiting from Sacramento, California today, and so we're syncing up. There's an African dance festival, so all of this is going on in real time.
So powerful times. So when you're out there, you're going to be experiencing many levels of going into that healing, right?
Oh yes, for sure. Can we cover that in depth over here?
What's that?
The plant medicines.
Let's cover it, man. I would love to touch on the plant medicines, man. I think I think that's a perfect topic to touch on, actually.
Yeah, man. The plant medicines come in many various shapes and forms, and it's literally Mother Nature's Pachamama's gift to us, and all of the expressions that nature comes through, and all of these trees, these vines, these leaves, these barks, they all have their own story to tell through their vibration, through their essence. You know what I'm saying? So while I'm out there, I'll be experiencing the ayahuasca for the first time. The ayahuasca is a powerful teacher. And one that I've spoken to about it has given me the fruits of their experience, giving me that wisdom. And I'm so thankful because it's like I'm peeling back layers just simply by being in their presence and them sharing their experience. I'm ready to go in and experience that. So I'll actually be staying in the Peruvian Amazon for about 4 days. And with the Shipibo people, they're the native these ayahuasqueros. They work with this for all of their life. This is what they spend their lives doing. And there's children there. This is a whole lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is communing with nature, communing with plants, and always connected to the spiritual realms that are always present, always here. And so, man, you get that in your blood, you get that in your body, and it grounds that. It grounds that nature, it grounds that aspect, it grounds that connectedness. You know what I'm saying? And so it brings you to that all is self moment.
Like you get thrusted. Like that plant medicine is like no choice. You get thrown into that realm where you just feel that connection to everything, and it's powerful. It's a beautiful moment.
Yes.
And the thing I like most about plant medicine is when you get thrusted into these different realms, these different realms of consciousness. It's not something that you just want to be like, I want to stay here and I want to spend my whole life here. You know, it's like I experience it. I got what I needed from it. And now it's time to bring that into what my day-to-day life is and ground that into my physical.
Yes. And that's called the integration process. And the integration process is literally, it may be the most important part of the process. Being here in a physical body, being able to take those spiritual experiences and ground them, as you said, in the physical body. It's literally the key, because as they say the ayahuasca, she never leaves you. And I've experienced just in different ways, like even working with cannabis. Cannabis is a plant medicine. It's deeply a plant medicine. If you enter into it with that sacred communion, you establish a relationship with her. And man, she's always with me. Like if somebody else sparks it around me, it feels like sage. It cleanses the room. You know what I'm saying? So it's always with you. You establish a relationship and it hold that vibration. And that vibration can last for years. You know what I'm saying? Like years. You could personally, like I've also communed with the mushrooms. Psilocybin mushrooms, and I can meditate and I'm there again. I'm there. So it is all about the integration process, because I do know that certain people could feel like I want to be there or whatnot, or like I just want to keep doing that, but that's not the healthy way of looking at it. That's looking at it like a drug, like it's a trip. These are allies. These are supporting you, reminding you to remember what you already are. And so when you
Facts.
keep that connection in all the spaces that you are presently, you start to realize that where you are is it's perfect. It's perfectly aligned where you are.
Mm.
And then so if you're looking for purpose, it's right here. If you're looking for your way, it's right here. And so when you connect to that, you know what I'm saying? It's like you connect to that, you find the way, you see the light, you see the doorway. And finding that presence, something Savant Bomar taught me is that when you have absolute presence, complete presence in the people, the opportunities, the spaces in you are, it's not for no reason. There's a reason why you're around certain people. And so you're being asked to be aware of that. And that's what the presence brings you, is awareness of your power, which you're always in. But if you don't have awareness of it, you can I won't say waste it, but just basically not use it.
Undervalue it.
Undervalue it, yes.
Yeah, man, it was like I think about that all the time, and just in my day-to-day experiences, you know, when you find yourself mindlessly going through a grocery store, for example, mindlessly going through your walk to work or whatever it may be, and that time when you're just mindlessly going through, you arrive at work, you don't even realize how you got there.
Yes.
And then there's those times when you're just present on your walk and you're just noticing all this beauty, you're noticing the different people, you notice it. Maybe some people are like, man, like this city's dead. Like, oh my gosh, there's no life in here. You know, you may notice different things like that, but you just notice all these different things. You may have the greatest conversation with someone at a red light, you know, and it's just those little moments. If we offer present in every moment, then we get afforded the opportunity to experience those blessings instead of just blacking out, you know, headphones in.
Yep.
I'm guilty, but the aim to be as present. And that's something that, you know, the plant medicine did teach me, is to be present and to face the experience and where you are, and to give it all of your attention, to give it all of your focus.
Yes.
You know, to be there, to give that eye contact, to not worry about my brother.
So fly.
Who's out here. Yeah, to be present and to show that connection. And from that, now I can tell when people just aren't even present. I can tell when it's like, all right, I'm just gonna stop. Like, I'm gonna stop speaking. They're like, why you stop talking? I'm like, you ain't even present. Like, yeah, I might as well just stop, right?
That's it right there. When you're present, you're truly listening. And listening goes beyond your ears. It's like an inner ear where you can feel with vibration, and you can feel where if somebody's asking you for help, or even if they're not overtly asking you, they're communicating so much through their tone of speech, their inflection, their body language, their even had a papaya. They're communicating so much. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not listening, then you're not using all of the information that's available to you. And that's what presence is really about. Is like, wait, what's actually here? Right?
Yeah.
Like, what's here, and then what's in here too. What's becoming really present with your inner environment? Is it tumultuous inside? I get a lot of people like that come to me talking about anxiety, or they're talking about they're having trouble meditating. And if they're having trouble meditating, like, you can't just sit and be with yourself, right? And it is tough when you're coming from a certain space. It is tough. I live in New York City, so I experience the highly dynamic energies every day. You know what I'm saying? From massive amounts of wealth to homeless people. I may see 3 or 4 homeless a day, and then just the schizophrenia of, like, you move from one space in kind of like an oasis of solitude, and then you jump back out into this massive craze. You know what I'm saying? But it's a beautiful thing when you get into present mode. For me, what I receive is like, wow, there's a diversity going on here. And out of all the millions of people here on this train, it's us 50. And for whatever reason, us 50 are here in this moment, you know. And then when you come really present with that and you start breathing, you receive the gifts of what's in that presence. You know what I'm saying? So it's really all about you. You're the central character, always the central character. Everybody's your supporting cast member, assisting you in this role or in this path of expansion. So become present and play the role. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's how you're talking about how it's not even like hearing through the ear, listening through the ear. In that same train, like when I'm there just sitting down, I can be looking around and I feel like I can tell a lot about everyone on that train just by looking around and just, catching their energy. Like, oh shoot, she missed the last train. She's like, she's feeling anxious. You know what I mean? She's stressing out. I just want to go over there and tell her to relax or something. This other person, I just want to be like, yo, my G, what's up? So it's been interesting because as in like the past month, Seven was talking about going from thinking to feeling.
Yes.
Right. And that put it into a framework for me to understand what I've been doing this whole time, and to realize go beyond what the person is saying. Even if they're talking, you go beyond what they're saying, and then you can get everything about them just from feeling them, just from like being in the present moment and just tuning into what like their fields.
Yes. Yes. Indeed. And what you said there about like if I see a girl that's like she's looking like she's feeling some type of way, and then can I assist her? I recognize that the presence is what really encourages that, because you can be present and see someone in a struggle and feel like you can actually assist that. If you feel like you're equipped to assist in that situation, then you go, and that's that present moment, heartfelt feeling. But you can have that stimulus, and then in that moment, the mind may kick in, and now you're kind of somewhere else with it. Like, does she really need help? Am I going to feel like, is she going to receive what I'm trying to give her? Like, maybe I'll just, let me just give up on it. I'm not even going to do it at all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that gets you out of the present moment. And it's even important to talk about what the present moment is. You know what I'm saying? Because we can say that, yes, it's being present in the body. That's like, there's layers and levels to all of this. You know what I'm saying? So I like to consider it as the expansive present. First, you got to come to the body. It's the most persistent thing here. You know what I'm saying? You can't hold the mind, right? But it is there. So let's start with the breath. Get present in the body. Breathe. Breath is always there. Once you get there, then you'll become aware of what's going on with your thoughts and emotions. Become present with those too.
Yeah, straight up.
As something pops up in your experience, it may trigger a memory. Be present with that too. Oh, that's interesting. Those two are connected. So it's absolute presence, and it's expansive, because I know I don't want people judging themselves because they're like, oh, the past came up. It's just about being so centered in self and so focused in the present moment. And it does begin with the body, that it expands and you realize that everything is now.
Yes, exactly. And having that person who kind of feels bad from having that past moment come up, to realize that in that past moment, there's so much power, there's so much energy that you could utilize right in this present, which is a reason why it's coming up at that moment.
Yes.
Because one of our biggest things is like we forget a lot, right? And a lot of these things that happen to us, if we remembered it, we wouldn't go through the same experience. But we're constantly forgetting these things that happen to us, and then we repeat cycles and we keep repeating, and then we keep going into that. But if we remember, and then when we realize that we expand on the present to include the past and the future, then we're able to use everything that we've ever experienced to our benefit right this moment.
Yes, and that's where the body comes in. So key. The memories, they live in the body, and the body only perceives the present moment. It's a present moment processor.
I love that. That's why I say I love that present moment processor.
Processing in every moment, broadcasting the same message over and over and over again. So if you have an emotional trauma that the mind is holding on to, but the body is just going to keep pushing it out like it's happening now. You get triggered, it's happening now. You you think about fearing for your life, the body will start. It'll go right now.
Yeah.
And you think about the time there was like some sexual abuse or anything, you'll feel the clenching in your stomach. It'll happen right now. And so the body is consistently broadcasting your present state of being. So when you really understand that, that's when the healing, your power of healing comes into place, because then you can change the memory. You can change what's being broadcasted. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel that. And then even with the future, you could, like, when you get that text, say you've been wanting that girl to text you, and she texts you, And once you receive that text, like, hey, what are you up to tonight? You feel as if you already met up with her. You already went through that whole experience.
Yes. Yes.
And it's like, it's all there right now. So you have all this energy as if you already went on this date. It's like, yo, bullshit me up. You know, you're so loud. You're like dancing all over the place.
It's already happened, right? It's already done. And that's the power, brother. That's the power, because it's already here. That, and if you think about the illusion of like this next moment, this next moment, this next moment, it actually cuts you off from you experiencing it right now. So how do we know when Brother Seven was talking about moving from thinking to feeling? So when you have a manifestation, you move with the knowing that it already exists. It's already in the field of quantum possibilities. It's here. It's present in the invisible, which all things are pulled from. So when we know that and we move with that, manifestation becomes so much more effective, first off, and second, so much more enjoyable and fun. So you just dance and move, and like you consider that thing that lights you up. So for me, I can just be real with y'all, as traveling. Right now, I'm stepping into the archetype. I'm the traveling man.
Yes.
That's where it's at. So for my solar return, which is on May 5th, I went into a personal solar return ceremony, just a personal ritual for self, and connected with the 4 elements, with Pachamama and Great Spirit as well. And with that, I set all of these intentions, already happened, already healed, already done. And with that, traveling is a major one. And so if you look at how this year is unfolding thus far, Sedona, Arizona just occurred, Peru next week, St. Lucia in August, Colombia in September, Brazil in October, possibly Costa Rica right after. Oh,
Colombia in September?
Colombia in September.
What you got going on up there?
So in Colombia, the indigenous tribe, the Kogis, they live in the Sierra Nevada, which is the highest coastline mountains in the world. And within their indigenous culture, they call it the heart of the world. They consider it to be the eldest being. And these people, they've done their work of cultivating the energies of the earth in a very sacred way. And they had a message for the world in 2011. And so now they're bringing out a message 7 years later in 2018. And these people are who Drunvalo Melchizedek, the man who wrote The Ancient Secret of the Flower of Life, Volume 1 and 2. He also wrote Living in the Heart. That book, The Living in the Heart, was a message he received from the Kogi tribe. And he's been doing work with them ever since. And so if you read that book, you'll just see the power of what they brought through. So they don't really open themselves up to contact. It's like a 3-hour hike to those mountains. And they finally open it up to 150 people. So
wow,
this is dope. So I work with Evelyn Guerra, who's a Awakening the Illuminated Heart teacher, which is from Drunvalo's School of Remembering. And all of the teachers in the tribe were extended an invitation, and all the teachers extended an invitation to their students. And so Evelyn extended it to me, and I'm like, yo, let's do it. Let's go.
Wow, that's potent. So you got the retreat. You're going to be participating in a retreat in 1 week, basically, like 5 days, huh?
Yeah, we'll actually flying out on Wednesday morning.
Okay, so a few days, and then the next one is St. Lucia, the one that we're going to be hosting together.
Yes. And I forgot to mention, I'll be in the Hamptons in July, Hamptons, Long Island. We're doing a youth camp for squash athletes. So it's multidimensional. We're capturing it on all sides.
Yeah, so a lot of power there, a lot of powerful centers you'll be going to, like energy centers of the world, right?
Yes. And again, it's the power of it's already happened. It's already done.
Done. Powerful, man. So that you're riding that through, and when it comes, just being open to the experience.
Yes, and being
present. Because as we say, like it already happened, and we could feel that energy, when it actually happens, we don't know what kind of, like, we really can't even, like, with our current present state, it may be hard for us to feel what it will be like and what will actually be. So when it actually does come,
boom, and you soak it up. You soak up those vibrations. You know what I'm saying? It's I call it, so when you intend, when you have an intention, it's basically the door of possibility that you wish to open up. But then you surrender, because you actually, from our present moment, with 2 feet on the ground, these two eyes living in duality, you don't necessarily know what's on the other side of that door, but you just know that this is the color of the door. This is what the door handle looks like. Maybe the door is red with a gold handle. Maybe it's white with a blue handle. Maybe it's shaped this way. It's ornamental. It's huge. Maybe it's small. Maybe it's just a window. And so you go to the door. That's the door I want to go through. And it's basically saying that's the path I want to walk. And so open the door, and then trust and surrender to what's being given to you, what's being received. And that's my technique, is like, I don't micromanage. I just basically say, this is what's being asked of me from higher self, from the universe, from elder soul, from the cosmos, whatever you term, want to call it. I just, I go with the intention of, this is the direction for this now moment. And what is trying to come to me? What's trying to amplify my awareness of it? What's trying to make itself known to me?
Powerful. That's beautiful, man. And the thing, what's powerful about that is that it's happening whether we are conscious of it or not.
Yes.
It's happening. Right? And the moment we become conscious of it, the moment we're able to select those doors, instead of like a hallway full of doors and it's just a dark room, and
you turn the light on and you see what you got,
and you're like, you still don't really know what's behind, but at least you can. I like that. So yeah,
I know a couple brothers and sisters that have opened that door, and you know what? I love they've become. So let me go see what's up. That's the power of our teachers, our mentors. Even the knowledge, in many cases, it'll say like, yo, go this way, and then trust what you'll find. And man, it's ever expanding path.
I love it, my brother. That's why I had to get you to come out on this retreat, man. Just your knowledge and your connection and your ability to bring that clear message of this spirituality, how we can bring it into the body, and how we can experience it in this present moment without it being like kooky or like hard to understand. It's like the straight facts, like this is, you can give really good examples to understand what's going on. And I love it that you're searching, not really even searching, but you're bringing into your life a lot of these opportunities to learn.
Yes.
And like constantly searching for that, like to get better. And I like the analogy because I used to play basketball. So when we were playing basketball, say my one friend did a move, I'm like, no, he's not going to be better than me. Like, I go and I may not even show him, but I'll go practice that move. And then I'll come back and I'll do like that move and another spin or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we were so competitive when it came to basketball and to leveling up and becoming the very best at our sport. Right. And I feel like you're bringing that culture, that mindset to becoming like mental beasts, to becoming like mental and spiritual, like all-stars.
Yes.
And it's like, it's so powerful, man. And that's what we need, because like, we got to make it cool. We got to make it so we're not just all of a sudden this guy, oh yeah, he's woke, he's spiritual. And he's been in the same space, doing the same things, like same experiences for like 20 years. It's like, people like to see growth. People like to see expansion. People like to see also, hey, he's getting it in this world. Like, damn, he's traveling a lot. Like, traveling ain't easy. Traveling ain't cheap. What's he doing for work? How is he affording this? You know what I mean? All these questions come up, right? So it's like, yo, we're doing this. It's a whole new realm, but it's like my thing, make spirituality cool, make it cool. Get the kids on it. Make the kids coming up.
Yeah, I'm so with you there. We got to make the music cool and conscious. You know what I'm saying? We got to and keep it balanced too, because having too much positive messages without the raw reality of where many are coming from, you'll lose. You know what I'm saying? It's the alkaline and the acid, to keep it balanced but know where to use what in what moment. And so even today, I was just playing I'll just let the playlist run. And it's funny because it's like music I wouldn't normally listen to. I actually went through a phase for like maybe a year and a half. I didn't listen to any music, with words. And it's just because I was picking and choosing. Like, I don't resonate with that. I don't resonate with that. I don't resonate with that. And now we're at a space where, okay, I know who I am in more of a sense. I'm still on this path of understanding or understanding all itself. So if we can make the consciousness cool, though, the kids begin at such a pure state. They begin with they got the rawness and the energy of life. They don't need to, basically, we're doing a lot of unlearning, peeling back. They're at a state where they don't got much to peel. So like if they start off with like, yo, this is cool, then their creativity, boom, is gonna skyrocket. You know what I'm saying? And then that's the legacy. That's our generation, you know? So I'm all about making it cool. I love music for that realm of things, and movies and film. I love being able to have these conversations because, you know, we're both lit. You know what I'm saying? We're both lit. We stay hip. We're in many ventures. We're in many circles. I'm on my way to an African dance festival in a little bit, so it's gonna be. We bring that vibe wherever, and I don't act like I'm better than anybody. I like to merge. I like to get into. Everybody's a teacher. You know, everybody's being. If you could, it's not even about being spiritual. It's about being authentic. Just be who you are. Be yourself. Be more than, you know, whatever conditioning has been put upon you. You know what I'm saying? Just be present as you are. And of course, we're always expanding and learning, but that's the major key, is just be authentic. That was some shit that hit me hard. You know what I'm saying? Because there'll be so much to live up to, especially if you look at Buddhist teachings, like, ooh, their bar is high, bro. Talking about 10 fetters that'll leave you back on this path of enlightenment. And the first fetter is letting go of the self. That's the first level. Let go of self. Yeah. It's just like, yo. And we're still, you know, we're at a place where we understand that the ego is just an identity or a vehicle for the spirit to ride upon, for your consciousness to ride upon, but it's nothing to be attached to. And so, yeah, so much coming through right now. But yeah, man.
It's beautiful, beautiful. We can talk a lot on that topic, you know, especially, you know, going into like, I used to be the nice guy, you know, like Mr. Nice Guy, having to please everybody, you know, and then the nice guy always finishes last. Then you go into the mindset like, yo, fuck being the nice guy. I'm no more being the nice guy. No more Mr. Nice Guy, you know, and then you think I'm going to like start doing all this derogatory stuff. And then it's like, yo, that's just not me though. And then you're like, well, how can I win? Like, I can't win. And then you just realize it's that being authentic, you know, and it's about like, even if you're the nice guy, you can still let it be known. Like, I don't appreciate that. You know, I don't like that. And just, you know, using that, open up that throat chakra and expressing. Yeah. And I was blocked here. I was blocked. So,
damn, brother, I did so much throat chakra work, bro. It's the most fun work for me, honestly, because you just get to be loud. You know what I'm saying? You get to be loud. I don't know if you tuned into the intentional arousal seminar, but talking about humming and how you can hum into these areas and activate them, awaken them. So that's something we'll be doing in the St. Lucia retreat, actually, is humming through these centers. A lot of these upper centers, because they're so accessible. But when you can hum into your third eye, you can hum into your throat, and you just feel, I call it the sediment being burned off, kind of like when you have an old car and the oil is starting to be burned off, and you start waking it up again. And so you feel, I felt it a lot in my throat. It was a weight, it was just warming up, and it just all this sediment coming off, you know, just burning off.
You know, I like to think about when it comes to that is when you have a dirty rug.
Oh, shake it off.
You know, you can just hit that like, just, you know, you're like, damn, it didn't look dirty, but that, you know, dirty. What was I carrying all that for this time? You know what I mean?
It didn't look dirty. Yo, that's a key right there. That's a major key. It didn't look dirty, but I didn't realize it until I went into the process, right? To trusting your teachers, because they're going to take you somewhere that you don't even know where you're going just yet. You can't even really perceive what you're going to feel and experience and that vibrational state until you get there. So that you're trusting your teachers and trusting that you've made a great choice, that the ones that you've chosen, you've made a great choice, and going in that direction, because the process happening and occurring is the major thing. Just continue the process. Keep doing the work. Keep doing the work. Keep doing the work.
Boom, straight up. So yeah, for everyone that's in here, everyone that's going to be watching this in the future, me and Mark are going to be hosting a retreat with Honorable Priest Kailash in the
Ooh.
mountains of St. Lucia, a high-grade healing herbal retreat. And, we're just going to be going into, it's like connecting to self on many different levels, because we look at it like all is self. So when you go traveling, you're learning about different parts of yourself. So as we go go to the mountains of St. Lucia, as we go into the trees, go learn about these fruits, go learn about these different herbs and how they can harmonize with our body, with our spirit. And then we can start to, become masters of this world. And we start to realize all the tools and all the power that we have out there for us. So we're going to be doing that at the end of August.
Yes.
Check the link to tune into that. And Mark, I wanted to end off with like just give us a little tune into the breath. Give us a little something to tune into.
Little
Yeah.
myself in the present moment, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I wanna preface this by just thanking Priest Kailash for opening it up. Making himself available, and you planting the seed, that inception.
Give thanks.
Thanks. All right, brother. All right, so we're gonna sit up straight, sit up tall. We're gonna have our palms up on our thighs in receiving posture. And we inhale through the nose, noticing that you inhale, and exhale through the mouth. Inhale, let your belly and chest fill with air. Give it 4 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold and exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. And I want you to continue that process. Continue that rhythmic breathing. Allow your chest and belly, your abdominal cavity and chest cavity to rise and fall with each breath. And within this excitement of the present moment, you notice everything is happening. So many things are going on. But here you are as the witness to it all, observing it all going by, observing it all happening, all these changes. And though everything is changing, the truest nature of who you are is unchanging. And that unchanging is the one who watches. Focusing your awareness is the prime ability, mastery of where you direct your energy, where you direct your intention. So when we get caught up on one thing, this or that, we focus on the breath. We can always bring it back to the breath. So notice your breath now as you inhale. And notice it as you exhale. Inhale again. Release. Inhale. And notice how your body fills with energy. It's very subtle. These are subtle muscles. These sensory receptors that you're priming yourself for. And they can get dull when we lose our connection with nature, but you are nature in this body. So you connect with air. Notice the saliva in your mouth, the salve, the cure, and your element of water. Inhale. Notice the heat, the warmth in your solar plexus, that area right below your heart. As you continue inhaling and exhaling, like a dynamo, a piston, stimulating your inner sun. If your mind wanders, it's no matter. Just forgive yourself, have no judgment, and just bring it back to the breath. Inhale. And see how much and how long you can exhale. Get it all out. Notice now the wood in your bones. You want bones like bamboo, sturdy, malleable, flexible. And notice the minerals within these bones, the salts, how they're sturdy. You're sitting upon your coccyx, sitting upon your roots of the spine, sitting upon your pelvis. This sturdy fundamental vibration. This is your earth, your ground. Inhale. I want you to imagine all your awareness collapsing and compressing into a single point, a single moment, everything being drawn into you, collapsing into one point, as small as you possibly can be. One marble of awareness. Do this now. Inhale. Place your left hand over your heart, your right hand over that center. Feel the heartbeat. Feel the warmth. When you're ready, you can flutter your eyes open. Oh,
Oh,
thank you.
oh, powerful. Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you.
So we'll let you get on with the day. Get on to your African dance fest.
Ooh, gonna be in the body.
Go be in
Body.
it. Go
Man,
be in it. Go
yo,
join me.
on that
Appreciate
point,
you.
movement. Movement is so important. Movement.
So
Movement.
so key. I'm just starting to release more movement content on my channel, just to start to instill those little ideas about movement and how it's not just an exercise like your 1 hour per day of exercise. Let's start to integrate that movement into your life as often as much as you can.
Mm-hmm. It's movement intelligence and movement exploration, and it's consistent. Like you're still in the body. Like can we even do this little
Yeah,
movement?
it's one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, you see, there we go. The more that you have open, the
I
more that
like.
you have available. Yeah, there we go. We got the.
I'm Egyptian though, so it doesn't count.
I had to learn that one. I literally had to train myself for that one. Ooh.
That's like ingrained into my DNA. So. Okay, no.
Rocking every day. Yo, I literally had to sit there and just hit it. Okay, one.
Yeah, exactly.
I had to train myself to get there. So we're all coming in from
You're like, what? Nah, let that slide like a gimbal. The gimbal slides. Yeah,
movement, mindfulness, meditation, herbal healing, high grade healing, purification, detoxification, connecting with the ancestors, with the elements, everything that you are in the body, out the body, through the body. Woo! And that potent
whole bunch of high grade healing. I'll just let y'all see what we're dealing with right now.
Oh, that's what you're working with? Ooh.
Yeah, this is
look at that. That's a movement camp right there.
Right here, movement camp. This is beautiful. We got the bananas. My boy just got these ones, still on the stem.
Wow.
So
wow.
There, got like hella citrus trees.
Yo, is this where Soulfly lives?
Yeah, it's where he lives, man.
Wow, man.
This is where he lives, though. So this one, we got like so much citrus. Let's go. I want to show y'all this citrus, because what we think is like an orange, like our consciousness is so limited when it comes to food and stuff that we think like orange must be orange on the outside and orange on the inside. You want to slice this up?
Put us on. Put us on. What's up?
Okay, look at this. This is the one we
already
just
cut this, but it's orange on the outside.
Wow.
On the outside, but orange on the inside.
Look at that, man. Look at that. And how does it taste, brother? How does it taste?
It's like
in terms of acidity,
with a touch of sweetness. It's not like 100% sour. This one is traditional citrus. But these ones are really trippy though, because we're not used to seeing this color combination, right?
Never have. I never.
Living hasn't been inhabited for like a year or more than a year, so everything that's growing out here is just raw or just like wild,
Wow.
And, that's the biggest thing for me when I first went out to St. Lucia is like everything just grows wild. Like you'll see the papaya trees, you'll see the orange, the mango, the soursop. All this is growing and you don't need to do anything to it. So it's like that in itself is like the greatest lesson of abundance. It's just you don't even need to be there. You don't need to do anything, and it's just thriving. And that's the biggest thing that I got from Dr. Sebi and his teachings was about just the plant should be able to live and reproduce on its own. And that's a sign of like being fertile. Got the aloe.
Aloe on deck. Is that right off the grounds too?
I don't think so. It's not from the grounds, right?
Not from here, no. But I got it from the market.
This is
but like the farmers market out here. You probably experienced it while you were out here too. But it's like the real definition of a farmers market.
We're gonna do like a bunch of videos and content on that.
Right now, where you're at right now, brother, looks perfect. And now that I know that it's a home, for some reason I was thinking it was Airbnb, and this is like you live in there. This is amazing, brother. Like really so.
Yeah. Like the shed in the back to do some work. River over there.
That shed looked like you could do sweat lodge ceremonies or something. Oh my goodness, man. Yeah, movement camp. Yeah. Yo, we gotta get some movement, bro. I swear. Look at this.
I'll film a whole program, bro. You have to actually sprinkle the spirit.
Sprinkle the spirit. Let's go.
Mountain fit. Mountain fit.
Jungle sweat.
Mountain fit. Y'all got a tree, y'all good to go. Go find the nearest tree. And we gonna
get that sprinkle of spirit too.
It's beautiful, man. And yeah, just on a little note, these little beautiful things. When you're in nature, you just notice this little beauty. Like this is a vine. So this tree survives by climbing up other trees.
Wow.
Right? And when I look at this, you see how it extends its arms.
Yes.
basically extending its arms to embrace whatever's near. And just this shows me this is love to me. You know, when I look at this, I just see love. Like, extend your arms out and welcome and show that love. And once you reach to that person, that thing that you extend to, it lifts you up and it allows you to grow even more. So that's why I just love being in nature with this simple beauty, you know?
They're all telling stories just by being.
Yeah. So this is just a couple hours, 1 hour, 2 hours, and I already got a whole novel. So I'm excited. Like, I really just walked by this thing once and then I was like, okay, that's what it told me.
But it is. Yo, I got to make it out there, man. San Isidro, huh? It's booming over there.
Booming. It's booming. As I walk through, it's just pure life.
Your life.
As we're just driving on the bus coming here, it's like just pure life, man. So
you're pointing things out. Moringa tree.
Yeah, moringa, just abundance. So yeah, man, just grateful. Just grateful.
Out, man. I really am. Like, I can feel the vibrations coming through.
Yeah, it's gonna be powerful. But the thing about, like, in St. Lucia is a whole other vibe too, you know?
Real, yeah. You could think that all these Caribbean islands are all the same, but it's not. It's
They all have their such beauty, so unique. And I'm so excited to experience Costa Rica right now and to go back out to the Caribbean, Santa Lucia.
Is San Isidro on the Pacific? No, it's in the mountains. It's in the mountains.
In the mountains. We're out here in the mountains, man.
It's like an hour and a half from the Pacific coast. Like an hour and a bit.
Yeah, like, and closer to the
Nah, closer to Pacific.
Oh yeah, Pacific. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. When you're out here,
are there any rivers around there?
Yeah, it's right down, man. We're about to go take a dip in the river.
Bath in the river.
Mm-hmm. Highly mineral rich. Woo! The soil's like reddish, orange. Like, you know, you can just see the iron in there. You know.
Man, tell them.
It's beautiful, man. So,
you were in, close to San Jose when you were out here.
So yeah, we were in Escazú for a couple of days, and then we went out to Santa Teresa on the Pacific side, and we were there for like, I believe 5 days or something like that.
Okay.
And maybe 4 days, but it was beautifully abundant. It was definitely abundant, and even in Escazú, we were like close to a mountain, and we were walking up the mountain and everything. It's so abundant out there, brother. It's definitely living in the mountains is the wave, and to go down to the beach, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's the way
definitely where it's at.
Just in the mountains in general. Wherever you go to the mountains.
A lot of people move here. They're like, at first I wanted to live on the coast, but then there was too much mosquitoes and humidity.
Just life.
Like,
yeah. All right, my brother. Much love. Thank you for everybody for tuning in.
Yes.
You know, just spreading that love, spreading those vibes, you know, putting y'all on to, you know, what we're experiencing in this present moment.
Yes.
And sharing this abundance, you know, it is abundance, it's just full of life, full of vibrations. So, you know, much love.
Much love. Thank y'all for having us. Thank y'all for having us. Thank you for sharing, brother. Thank you for opening up and giving me the platform to share my experience as well. You know what I'm saying? So.
Blessings, bro. So, you know,
meditation, bro. That was a good one.
Yeah, the meditation was amazing.
Yeah. Thank you.
You know, nice. I just love it because your meditations are like, you can just, it's like, he hit you. Yeah, like it hit you. Like it's coming straight from what you needed. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, I know, yes, I needed to picture the bones as wood type of thing. You know what I mean? Like those vivid examples of how we can connect to the elements and to connect to the earth is like so powerful, man. And I was like, yes, that's what I needed as I came out here. You know,
right wording at the right time. Hits a chord. Like,
I'm thankful, man. I appreciate this feedback right now. I'm soaking it in just because I'm always just wanting to be better at, you know, offering these kind of experiences. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I actually intend that to, whatever happens, allow this person to get exactly what they need right now. You know what I'm saying? Allow them to get exactly, because it might not even be what I intended.
Right.
We got Alexa over here talking. But yeah, I'm like, just let them get exactly what they need right now so that we're all in tune. You know, I'm just open. I'm here. I like to intend that I'm an open and clear channel and let these people get exactly what they need right now. And with that, it is so. And I get exactly what I need. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
everyone gets exactly what they need.
Shay, my brother.
Shit.
All right, all right. See y'all on the other side. Ja! Rastafari.
Yes.